Now we can say
Hey.
things.
Okay, so
Hi.
we're back, guys. Good seeing everyone again. We apologize for the long break.
Things happened.
A lot of things have happened.
This guy showed up.
Yeah, if you guys haven't met him, this is the person. He's gonna introduce himself because I'm not doing that stuff.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am part of the team. I am on mental misstep. I play Magic sometimes.
Sometimes.
He's also slightly bad at it.
And talking.
Yeah. So I mean, everyone here at Mental Misstep, we're bad Magic players.
Yes.
Occasionally we do pretty good at Magic tournaments, but most of the time we're pretty bad.
Mr. 9.
Yeah. I just win 9-man tournaments. I'm just that good. Like, 9 people, I got this.
Yeah. I haven't found my magic number, but evidently I'm really good with jank.
Yeah, I mean, you give this guy a net deck, he fails miserable.
Yeah, here's Bank Company. You're going to go 0 and 5.
All right. Well,
what?
Thanks for playing in the tournament.
Here's a random brew we found. Oh, sweet. Let me try that. I won.
Yay!
How did I win this?
Yeah, we really need to kind of like iron out. We just have to brew a jank deck that is just god tier.
I don't know about god tier, but it's just more of they don't know what to do when they see it, therefore they have an aneurysm and die everywhere.
Right, so like Suicide Zoo.
Right.
Yeah, right, exactly. So we just needed more decks like that. Wait a second. We have a deck like that. It's kind of janky. I mean, honestly.
Which one? For modern or for standard?
For modern.
Oh,
the jank stuff you played last night.
Oh. Well, I was going to say, what, like Death Shadow aggro?
It's not quite the same.
When I was playing Soul Eater combo.
That thing.
That was like Death Shadow aggro.
That was stupid, actually. That is what we call pure jank.
Here, let me deal 36 damage turn 2.
Yeah. No.
Or 3.
No. Alright, so, what to talk about first? There's so many topics that we have to cram into this 1-hour segment.
Okay, the reasons why we've been not on in 3 weeks.
Oh, so we're just diving straight into that?
Yeah.
Alright, great.
The Grand Prix Atlanta, I had to deal with.
Yeah, this guy, Grand Prix.
Oddly enough, I think I did the best out of our entire group, which I don't understand how that happened.
But I mean, you did pretty well at Grand Prix.
I went 4 and 4. Not bad for my first time.
Yeah, I know. And like it was a sealed event. That was your first Grand Prix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, great showing for your first Grand Prix. I think you did pretty well.
Yeah, I started a hashtag for the day for myself. It was called Magical Boat Ride. Because pretty much any time I saw Sky Sovereign, it was a magical boat ride, and I won the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure like in any sealed tournament, basically, if you play a Sky Sovereign, you're gonna get a lot of value out of it, right?
Yeah, especially if you played on turn 4 and then crew it with the Foundry Inspector.
Yeah, that seems a little strong.
Yeah,
little strong.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm about to lose the game. Sky Sovereign, blow up your board.
Yeah.
Blow up your face.
I mean, that seems good. It's no having a Nissa. I think Sam Black had a Nissa, right? Sam Black was at that tournament, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Like, for me, in a sealed tournament, Nissa felt weird at times playing against it, because, like, sometimes people would be like, okay, fine, I get a 5/5, fine, I'll kill your land. I'm killing your mana base so you can get a 5/5.
I mean,
like, if you're playing against an opponent that doesn't have, like, black, then that's probably fine. But the sheer fact that I was like, I have all my removal spells in my hand. I'm doing land destruction. And this is great.
I want to say it was Sam Black. I might be wrong. I might have been watching another streamer. But it was really interesting to watch him play with Nissa. Because he would uptick Nissa, target the land, swing with it, and immediately put it back with his mana. Like, never put a counter on it or anything. Just, he would animate it, show it, put it in the red zone, and then bring it back. So, like, trying to, like, mind game his opponent, basically, like, I never animated my land. There's nothing here for you to kill. Like, I actually respect that play a lot. Just kind of, I enjoy mind games with my opponents. So,
yes, of course you do.
I think that is a very...
See, I will be the dude to be like, no, your land's dead.
No, yeah, like your land's going to die.
Unless it's disintegration. Go.
Yeah.
Tiny conclusion. Get out of here.
So what did you draft? Obviously, you drafted the Sky Sovereign. So like, what color scheme did you go?
It was essentially red-white vehicles.
Okay.
Ish. Not so much on the white end, but I did have a lot of artifact dudes and vehicles for them to go in.
Okay. So, like, were just the other colors not, like, very powerful for you in that situation? Because, I mean, it seemed like green was really strong kind of going into this.
Like, I just really didn't feel like I had a whole lot in green to work with.
That's fair.
Like, I didn't have any of the bomb threats-ish. It was like, here's some okay creatures that are vanilla.
Right.
Whereas, you know, it's like, my artifact list was like the largest list on any, compared to any other colors. And I was looking at it, I was like, I have 11 artifact dudes, and then I can run 4 vehicles.
I mean, that's respectable in and of itself.
Let's do that.
It's not bad.
I have Madcap, so I can afford to run Madcap now.
Madcap Experiment?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then as far as white was just a nice color to pair it with because it had 2 built to last. So it felt like a viable.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
And the Ninth Bridge Patrol, and I had like 1 or 2 other white cards.
But you didn't have the dwarf lady that gives vehicles +1/+1, right?
No.
That would have been busted.
Did you have the 3-drop 2/3 flying lifelink? Or flying lifelink?
Aerial Responder?
Fidget? Yeah.
That card's good.
It's real good.
I don't think I did. I think I had Aerial Maneuver.
I
think it was the other thing. Combat Tricks is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's respectable.
But like I said, I had like 4 white cards in the deck. 3 of those were definitely the 2 built to last and the Ninth Bridge Patrol.
Okay.
It was mostly red stuff to supplement all of the artifacts I had in there.
So mainly red vehicles with a splash of white is kind of where you went with it.
Yeah. Because I was like 2 built to last and a built to smash. I've got things to pump my dudes with and get in there.
So, I'm kind of focusing a little bit on your GP experience because like we actually haven't gotten a chance to talk about it too much. So you started off really well in the day. I mean, pretty well, right?
Well, I kind of bounced and then I went on a 3-win streak. Like I lost round 1, won round 2, lost round 3, and then it was 3 wins in a row. So I was 4-2.
Which is respectable.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Like I played against a player that I recognized and respected as being a good player in her state, regardless.
Sure.
And so I was like, oh crap, I'm going to lose this round, and I didn't. I smashed his face.
Nice.
I mean, granted, part of that may have been the card pool he had, since he completely swapped decks on me. It was kind of obvious when he was like, going into day 2, Judge, can I get 9 of this land and 9 of this land? Yeah. I was like, he's swapping decks on me.
Yeah. I guess that's one of those things. It's just like,
I don't know what he was playing like game 1. Like he played a module and like 2 dudes and blue-green, and it was just like, I'm playing stuff and he's not. I'm smashing his face.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, like, did you just hit, like, rocky matchups the last couple of rounds, or what? Like, what actually ended up happening? Because, I mean...
I didn't draw the boat.
So you kind of relied on your boat, is basically kind of...
Well, like I said, yeah, pretty much, I had 3 boats.
Nice.
I mean, sometimes I put a boat in the bigger boat.
You just used a boat to crew a boat?
Yeah.
Nice.
I used a bird to crew 1 boat, and then I used a gremlin in that boat to crew the big boat.
Kaladesh, everyone!
Yes.
Because animals can now crew pirate ships. And those pirate ships can now crew bigger pirate ships.
This is what doesn't make any sense. Why does a hawk need to crew a sky skiff?
I mean...
You already fly.
But I mean, the sky skiff has, like, armor and
But
stuff.
he has a boat. He's rich enough to have a boat.
The bird is wealthy enough to own a boat. I mean, that's a pretty wealthy bird.
That bird's doing well for himself.
Doing better than me.
And then it was just, like... My opponents also just had really good decks.
Sure.
Like, I know one was red-black, like, vehicles as well, and so she had, like, the Oval Chaser, the 4/2 that keeps coming back.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like she just kept recurring that, and I'm like, oh, this is rough.
Infinity.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it was green, either green-white or green-black that finished me off in.
Okay.
Green, white, and green, black are probably the 2 strongest archetypes, I would imagine, just because green, black definitely has the +1 counter motif, and I mean both of those color sets are your fabricate colors, so they can go wide or go big, either way.
I think green, black, from what I was seeing from the people who were on stream, because I watched like the final rounds of GP day 1. And it seemed like there was a lot of green-black decks there. It seems like green-black was really powerful in the sealed meta at the moment. And, I mean, I can respect it. Green-black has always been pretty dominating as a sealed color. They've always gone very well together. You know, Gold Gary.
Well, I mean, green is your power. Black has a decent amount of power, and it's your removal.
I mean, yeah, Jeremy is very professional, just kind of just like, hey, yeah, look at me, I'm pretty.
Whatever.
This guy.
He's just eye candy. That's it.
Yeah, that's why he's here. But no, I think green-black is definitely the way to go if you have the stuff for it. Now, all this, you said your green looked a little bit weak except for some vanilla creatures. So I can respect not
Like
being able to
green might have been my secondary color. Like there was some stuff in there.
Yeah.
But like I said, there was nothing. You want to have some synergy.
Right.
You don't want to have just like, let me play vanilla 2/2s and 4/4s and hope my things are bigger than your things.
I mean, that's
cards.
Yeah.
Filler cards.
All right. So I mean, but still respectable 4-4 at your first Grand Prix. I'm proud of you.
I mean, it's my best tournament finish so far because normally it's like 2 and 5. Let's quit for the day so I can go home and cry.
My first Grand Prix, I went 3-4 drop and then went to go draft some Eternal Masters.
Yeah, I mean that's respectable.
There you go.
I like to go draft Eternal Masters.
Oh, sorry, Modern Masters at 15. I made a mistake.
Well that's
Cry.
slightly.
I opened a Vendilion click and then immediately shipped it to play another draft.
I mean, I guess that is one way to play Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
All right.
And plus the GP allowed me to finish up decks that I wanted to build. So that was the other key thing. That's always the best part about the GP or any large event where they have vendors. You can go, I haven't moved any of this crap in my binder. I need stuff. Take these things, please.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's where a lot of the vendors at GPs just make a lot of money. It's just like, look, I've had this card collecting dust for a year now. I need it gone. Please take it.
And then in return, here's money. Okay, now you're going to go buy the 10 cards you wanted over there.
Yeah,
right?
I actually have those cards that you want.
Yes.
So it works out. So kind of piggybacking off while we've been gone for so long.
He's been busy with other things.
I've been very busy. With Mike being at the GP and stuff like that, obviously it's hard for us to find time to stream, and we're always pretty tired after we come back from a major event like that. But also, the last couple of weeks we've been in a process, or I've been in a process of buying our local LCS.
GS.
LGS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am familiar with the GS term.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
they're
This is a
both-
game shop.
Yeah, they are. It is true.
We're not just cards.
Yeah, we are. We are a very
We are a game shop.
big game shop as well.
We
Thank
play
you
the
for-
D&D.
Thank you for correcting
We
me.
play the board games. The board games.
Not a board game, but the board
The
game.
board games.
I mean, I don't know what the board games are, but we play them.
Obviously, Monopoly.
Sorry, I play the game.
Risk.
I play the game of life. Hello, get a clue.
You've been playing Life a lot recently.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, but no. So obviously, that has been a very big step in my life, and the team and all of them have been very supportive of me and helping out. So we've not been able to really find
Because we've been sorting cards.
enough time to actually get on stream. But we understand that you guys have missed us. We hope you have missed us. We missed you.
So this just means
They didn't miss me.
this is a future
That's true.
opportunity
No
for
one knew.
us to do some stuff in the actual shop
Yeah.
potentially in the future.
Yeah. So
With
it
things.
means that we're actually going to be able to kind of get
Maybe us live stream an event. I don't know.
possibly. There's definitely some chances for that in
That would
the
be nice.
very near future, and bring you guys some content.
It's a game that you always lose,
Every single time, if you play live, you lose. I mean, that's just how. It is.
especially if you spend what was it? But like bust the spinner on the game of life.
Yeah,
Is that when you get fined?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you get fined if you bust the, like if the spinner falls off, you have to pay a fee or something.
I never did
For
that.
going too fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're speeding. But like if you get a 10 and someone's a police officer.
I don't know.
I
I
can't
don't know.
remember.
Who actually plays the game of life, man?
I have.
I mean,
It's
I've
been-
played
it's
it, but it's been
years.
ages. Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
So, guys, I guess we're gonna go play the game of life. We have to get fresh
No.
up. We have to
No.
get
No, we're gonna play Exploding Kittens.
exploding kittens.
Yes.
I mean, I want to play kittens in a blender.
I saw that at regionals the other Saturday.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I just heard a new game called announced by the same creators of Exploding Kittens. It's called Bears versus Babies.
What?
What?
There's a new movie. We're gonna piggyback off of that real quick. There's a new movie coming out in 2017 called Boss Baby. That's going to be
Sad.
terrifying.
Sad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it is a monster building card game.
That's terrifying.
Yes.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Well, the first shot I saw, it was a beaver in a business suit that can run at the speed of light, and then it had like a chainsaw arm on one hand, and then like random other stuff coming out of the other hand.
What? What?
It's from the guy that draws the oatmeal, so it's fantastically weird.
That's
Fantastically weird.
that is actually terrifying. If
Yes.
a beaver running at the speed of sound or light,
Light.
speed of sound or whatever.
Light is faster. That's
It
even
is
more terrifying.
Yeah. So a beaver running at the speed of light with a chainsaw arm, that's pretty terrifying in and of itself. The dog is wanting us to play with him, so we apologize for the giant orange basketball. So
Go play in the corner.
no one puts a baby in the corner.
Rip. So there is that.
So we've been very busy with that, but now that the transition has happened, we should be able to come back to you guys at a regular time, and also in other locations. And hopefully we'll have some more guest stars like this guy behind us.
Maybe.
He is mainly here to like show you guys that we actually do.
We're
are
not
part of a
lying
team.
about things.
Yeah, we are part of a team, and that a guy named Jeremy does exist. We have.
There are
talked
actually
about
two other guys that play also sometimes.
Yeah, but they have
Maybe
kids.
less. They have kids.
it. Yeah, they do have kids. That makes it a little bit harder. For
They
them
actually
to
have lives.
Yeah. Was getting there.
Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
What do we want to talk about next? The Janky Brews we're doing, or Pro Tour?
Let's go ahead and talk about Pro Tour, and then we can kind of piggyback.
Pro Tour was super wide open.
Pro Tour was a lot of fun.
I am finally happy there's a diverse standard now.
Yeah, you're happy. Band's pretty much gone.
It's not
That's the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But the sheer fact that
Now that green white's just not really.
when you like, what I was more impressed by was the day one meta transition into day two meta stats,
Sure.
where it was like pretty much it was about almost identical percentage wise of what the field was.
Sure.
Like, yes, there was stupid amount of Aetherworks Marvel decks.
Yeah.
But, there was a good chunk of them that lost and got cut in day one. Like,
Yeah.
there wasn't anything that significantly, like, shot ahead of anything else.
Yeah.
Everything seemed viable. Everything seemed good. Oh my god, what had happened there?
I don't know. That's fun.
Yeah.
But like, it was just. It seems like I enjoy the fact that every single deck in the top 8 was different.
Yes.
There was not a single duplicate deck.
The closest thing that was a duplicate was there was a red-white vehicle and a Mardu vehicle.
Right.
Was there a token deck as well?
There was red-white tokens.
There was red-white tokens, but I mean, like the red-white tokens is going off of a different package than the
Very much
vehicle
so, very
package,
much
you know. So like,
Like, it plays all the value cheap dudes, and then it's like, Bushwhacker you! Yeah!
yeah. So like, I like I'm enjoying the diversity. I
Yes.
really, really am.
And that and Smuggler Copter did not dominate the top 8.
I mean, it did make an appearance, but
It did make an appearance,
but it
but
did
there
not.
were not 32 copies in the top 8.
Yeah, I agree.
Very good.
I agree completely.
That's the key thing to know, is you don't have to have Smuggler's Copter to win in Standard.
You know what you do need? Blue Gear Hulk.
Evidently. That's the true winner of the Pro
It's a
Tour.
good card.
That card has skyrocketed from $7 to $25. If you guys have not been paying attention to card prices,
And
but
everybody thought it was going to be the Green Gear Hulk.
everyone thought the Green Gear Hulk,
is $15.
and he is still doing pretty good, right?
Yeah, but he only went from 7 to 15, not 7 to 25.
Right, and like a foil Blue Gear Hulk now is like
$40.
$45. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting, actually.
I thought this was going to happen anyway, because it was
Right.
like Big Fat Snapcaster. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that they printed Snapcaster Mage with a little bit higher CMC.
But he automatically casts the spell, like, you don't have to pay for the spell on top of
It's the
it.
same
Yeah.
thing as Cryptic Command. Like, Snap Cryptic is like,
Playing
the
Gear Hulk with a summary dismissal.
Yeah.
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 So I mean, there we go, boys and girls.
Math.
so
We
if
know-
you
we
if
know
you
how to count.
Sahili a Torrential Gear Hulk and you do the summary dismissal first, does the counter be out or no? The other ability, that is.
Yes, because it would counter all spells and abilities on the stack.
Gross.
Sad face.
So basically, you want to not target summary dismissal.
But why would you... Never mind, it was just a dumb question anyway. Why would you target Torrential Gear Hulk with Sahili when you're not countering anything if it's a sorcery speed?
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Essentially, I think you would want to do Sahili's Artistry on Torrential Gear Hulk.
That's
And
hilarious.
blow up their board.
That'd be pretty good.
Or, refill your hand with cards.
Which
No, I'm sorry. I like Saheeli's artistry. It's a really good card that's underplayed.
I agree.
Especially with Gearhulks, because you say, let me copy that twice.
So, obviously, Grixis won.
It was surprisingly, it was a control versus control in the finals.
Which is pretty nice to see. As a control player myself, I'm happy to kind of see control going, hey, we're back in this now. We're here.
And then the other thing is like also the top 8 was diversified. It wasn't like 75% aggro.
Yeah.
I mean,
there were 3 aggro decks.
There were 3 aggro decks, and then there was Marvel, spells, 2 control decks, and I already forgot another one again.
No. Was it that teamer thing?
That was the Marvel.
I think Marvel, yeah.
Crap.
But still, like, everything was diverse.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, Blue White Flash.
Yeah.
That was the other
one.
Mm-hmm. So that was a mid-rangey deck.
Yeah.
Then you had Marvels that was like combo here, let me kill you with Emrakul.
Sure.
Or Ulamog, or whatever.
Or big
I'm still not sold onto that deck, by the way. I think that deck is, as much as I like Glass Cannon decks, I think that deck's even worse.
It's super fragile. I mean, especially if you could already whiff with Collected Company and 30 creatures, you can 100% whiff with Aetherworks Marvel and 10.
Well, that and also there's no way really to recycle with that deck with if you end up with a hand full of Eldrazi.
Right. I respect that. I agree with that completely. I think
you need an early way to do that. Maybe if you went white with
wasn't that in Dragons anyways? The card that you're thinking of, though, because we used it in Nihiri.
No, it was in Shadows.
Was it in Shadows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Forgotten.
Not Forgotten. Okay. Yeah.
You can put it on top or on bottom.
Timepiece.
I mean,
and then
sure.
Wildest Dreams.
Wildest Dreams.
Yeah.
And Seasons Past. But Wildest Dreams and Seasons Past are kind of too expensive for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, Season Past. No. Season Past with Shadows.
That's right.
Yeah. But
it's bad now because you don't get Dark Petition.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We have Diabolic.
Tutor.
Yeah, we have Diabolic.
For 1 less mana, but you don't get the 3 mana.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, there's a lot of arguments with the Marvel deck. I agree completely. It is super fragile, super Glass Cannon. I'm not a big fan of it. Obviously, it did respectively enough to make 2 copies in the top 8, but at the same
1 copy.
One. Okay.
1.
Okay.
1 in the top 8 out of the 55 that were in day 2. 1 made it to top 8, and it had like one of the worst records of the top 8.
Yeah.
It was like what 6, 2, and 4.
Okay.
Or something abysmal.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Like, this is my biggest issue with the deck. Aside from the Aetherworks Marvel, it has nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I'm playing a deck in Modern now that if you kill my Wing Edition, I have nothing. But, I mean, if the game goes past turn 4, I was probably losing anyway.
Not necessarily just...
Well, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't win by 6, game's done.
I mean, that's sort of kind of.
I mean, Modern is such an explosive thing anyway. It's kind of hard to account for
variables, yeah.
And you kind of need to go all in on your combo.
Yeah.
If you're going to combo.
That's fair.
That is the flaw in Modern. Is so uninteractive usually.
There you go. That's the word you're looking for.
That's way too many prefixes.
Yeah, that's just too much talking. But again, I'm just
if you have decks that don't do stuff,
you lose. Yeah, but super happy to kind of see where Standard is going. Where Standard.
I think it's at a healthy point. Now you're gonna have people like probably spend a lot of money on certain decks, and you'll see an influx of those decks. But I don't think we're gonna have anything that's just so dominant that it's gonna break the meta.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna see a lot of blue, red, and black spikes at the moment, and that's mainly because
you know what they aren't? Green or white.
Yeah, so we're finally seeing spikes from the other side of the spectrum, which is kind of good, kind of making it so prices are a little bit evened out across everything now. So obviously, if you're looking at building a new Standard deck, prices are going to be a little bit inflated from what they were. But I think that the market is going to stay kind of healthy. I don't think it's going to be super, super expensive. And a lot of stuff in Kaladesh is actually fairly cheap for the most part.
There's a few cards that have spiked.
Yeah, there's a lot of good value cards that are at a reasonable price. And I think that is the same to say with Eldritch Moon as well as Shadows over Innistrad, and kind of even going back into of the Gatewatch and Battle for Zendikar. I think Standard has kind of evened and leveled itself out as far as prices are concerned. So I'm really happy to see that.
You don't have a $500 standard deck.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have these super expensive standard decks that just are rivaling modern and not making people want to play standard. So hopefully we're going to see a lot more players in standard again and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Because that was another thing that was offsetting about standard was green-white's winning everything. Why would I play when I'm just going to get smashed by green-white? Or why am I going to play when I'm going to just get smashed by band? So, like, there's really no reason to play
Especially when
standard.
you couldn't really hate that deck out.
Yeah.
Like, there was no way to really hate it out.
Like, I guess the only other version was playing, like, a green-red ramp. And, I mean, by that time, like, you're kind of racing green-white tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's just like a 50-50 shot if you really want to go that route. So, yeah. I think this is going to be a much healthier standard, and I'm excited for the second half of Kaladesh.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks.
If you forgive me, I must leave. As
Sure.
I have
Of course,
other
man.
obligations.
Thank you, Jeremy, for joining us on the stream today.
Thank you for your contributions, how minimal they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't talk very much, so.
That's great.
fine.
But everyone, you guys got to meet Jeremy, and
He does exist.
hopefully some
He's
more
a thing.
members and other people will be kind of guest appearing on the stream a little bit more often now.
Yep.
So it's not just me and Mike, because I'm sure you guys get tired of us.
I get tired of you.
Same. I get tired of me as well.
Yep. So the jank we're doing now?
Yeah, let's start with standard, because I mean, Pro Tour, we're talking about standard, kind of all
Yeah.
the things that have transpired. Like, let's just have fun with it.
Now, I'm gonna sound like a complete freaking like hipster,
Sure.
but
I
I
mean, that's
don't like red green Pummeler now because everybody's doing it.
A lot of people have started building that deck, and I'm just
You know
like,
why? It's stupid, cheap, and effective.
yeah, and I'm just like, guys, come on, be a little bit more original with things, please. Just start brewing more.
You know what's also terrible about that deck? It sucks really bad if you lose the coin flip
Yeah.
or the die roll or whatever. Going on the draw of game one, especially in the mirror match, feels really bad.
You lose.
Yeah. Because it's like Pummeler. Oh, crap. I'm going to get killed next turn.
Well, that was fun.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I win game two because I got to go first. Yay! Oh, crap. You're going to go first game three.
Yep. I hope you get bad draws. Nope.
Never.
You hit your curve. Great.
Yep.
Fantastic. Yeah, so, and that was kind of the worries with the red-green deck from the beginning. So back when Battle for Zendikar, Oath of Gatewatch, right? We had all the landfall. We had the red-green landfall deck.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty explosive deck at the time. Same kind of situation with what we have right now with the red-green Pummeler deck.
Mm-hmm.
It was super fragile, but super effective, super powerful. But you just lost in the mirror match super hard. And I think we're kind of seeing a repeat of it again here in Kaladesh. Is the pieces are there. It's super cheap, very affordable.
You are correct. We'll get to that.
What?
Game day is at the shop this weekend.
Yes, we're talking about this. And actually, there's a post about to go out right now. So be ready for that. But, the Pummeler deck is kind of a repeat of in my opinion, of the landfall thing.
Like, it's just like any other combo damage deck, whether it's like Soul Eater, Modern, or Death Shadow Aggro. It's all about resource management and being able to explode damage for one big shot.
Exactly.
And have the protection up to kind of save it.
Sure.
It's part of the reason why I hate it now. It's because, like, you know what? I already have the cards. Let me just go all in on this. Because that seems like the more effective route than trying to do the hybrid vehicles and go over the top. Like I've seen some do.
Sure.
Because I have more of a go wide with a bunch of value, or not necessarily value creatures, but let me go wide with thriving rhinos and thriving grubs just to have bodies back to block, and then I will kill you eventually with hydras and Cubs and Brawlers. And it worked pretty well. But this is finally the time where I actually played against the mirror match. Since, go figure, I play it, first tournament I go to with the thing, and rounds 1 and 2 I play against the exact same deck.
Yeah. It's a little rough. I mean, I think that, I don't know. I wish the deck would not have gotten popularity. But I mean, if it's gonna be explosive and do,
I saw it coming. I saw it coming too. I was like, oh crap. Kreblesko's posting about it. Aliantrazi's posting about it. I'm gonna see this deck. At least a little bit. I'm gonna get my Galvanic Bombardments and get a few more removal spells to deal with my opponents. Let me try sideboarding in 2 extra cards that deal with my dudes getting removed.
Yeah.
For extra deck tech. Never really came in. It never was really relevant.
No.
No. Because you can't stop 32 damage hitting you in the face really well. No. I want Deflecting Palm again.
Yeah. Hashtag bring Deflecting Palm back.
Can I have a card like that in every set? Just reflect damage.
Hashtag Wizards always prevent huge dudes from beating you in the face.
I just want one.
That'd be great.
I just want one card.
One card a set. That's all we need.
So, yeah. From there, I don't know where I want to go. Mardu Reanimator?
That seems a little bit grindy, in my opinion, right now. Like, Mardu's a strong color scheme right now. I think that there's a reason we saw a Mardu Vehicles list in the top 8 for Pro Tour. To be completely honest, red is such a powerhouse right now. Whether you pair it with white by itself.
Damage.
Or you go red-black. We've seen a lot of red-black lists out there at the moment. Something I'm actually a little bit confused about and intrigued about is I feel like people have kind of forgotten about Olivia Mobilized for War.
Well, I think there were a few Red-Black Madness decks that made day 2.
I'm not saying.
That was a thing. I did see Red-Black Madness that did have some representation at the Pro Tour. We haven't seen deck lists for those yet. But, it is very much a thing.
I'm not necessarily saying go like a super heavy Madness package or even a super heavy Vampire package. We've seen a lot in the past that vampires, they tried really, really hard to be a thing in Shadows over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon.
I felt like that was a more viable tribal theme than spirits.
Yeah.
Like, they tried to make spirits work, but it just never came through. Whereas vampires, nobody ever really wanted to do it, but the few times it limited, it was a fantastic
and now that we've kind of transformed Standard a little bit from Eldritch Moon, because that's when we still had Dragons of Takir still in the format. I'm almost interested to see if vampires can kind of come and make a stance in this new Standard rotation. We've already seen, as the Pro Tour presented, that there's diversity in this format.
Yeah.
A lot of diversity. And it's some of these more tribal decks that were a little fragile to a lot of these combos such as Bant Company, right? And that's something that vampires struggled against really, really hard was the Bant Coco lists and the Green-Red Ramp lists. We don't have to worry about either of those lists anymore because Dragons of Takir is gone. So
you lost all your ramp spells.
Yeah.
And you lost Coco, which was the explosiveness for Bant. Now, Reflector Mage will definitely set you back still.
Right, but the amount of people who are still actively playing a ton of Reflector Mages, we've already stated the fact that there's a blue-white list, right? There's blue-white control. That's a thing. But there's not a ton of the field playing, these Bant lists. When you're looking
you're going to look at playing that rounds 1 through 7.
Yeah, when you're looking at half the field being Bant Coco, it's going to stop you from playing a list like this. But whenever you're looking at maybe 10% of the field playing blue-white, you go, I'll play those odds. I'll play something like vampires, or I'll play something like werewolves even. I know we tinkered around with that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And kind of delve into this and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And, we focus a lot on the competitive side of things. But I think having fun with the list that is good is going to come along.
This is why I like Jank. Because Jank generally makes me laugh when I do stupid crap, and I have my opponent go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
What? Oh God! Mission accomplished. Or if I make Will cringe by like, "Here's this deck list. What are you doing?"
I cringe a lot. He sends me deck lists on our group chat, and I just go, "What? What is this?"
I mean, I have a budget deck list for Aetherflux Reservoir that I may tinker around with on Moto. Because I was looking at it, I was like, this base list is only like 5 tickets.
So, I know the last time we talked, we were talking about maybe doing an Esper list in Standard, or I was talking about doing it. We also talked about, me building a Naya list because of how amazing Tireless Tracker is. It is still my opinion that Tireless Tracker is one of the best cards in the format.
I was thinking maybe trying to do like a Naya Nahiri list.
I'm actually kind of thinking like a teamer list now. So you get Gear Hulks, you get Tireless Trackers, and you get the powerhouse of Red at the moment. Because, I mean, we just talked about Red just being super strong in the format.
So are we just going blue for Torrential Gear Hulk?
Yeah. I mean, the card's good.
Yeah? What are we casting off of Gear Hulk?
Value.
I like these really vague answers.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like...
What is wrong with you? Now it's my turn to cringe, because it's just like, I have a half-thought idea.
I want this to be a thing. Like, it was just like, Teamer seems good. I don't know why Teamer seems good, but like, Teamer is just like...
I like Teamer for Modern.
I think there's a lot of value to play around with right now.
I mean, well, we saw the jank I did in green-blue. I might redo that again, too, because that's fun.
I mean, that's fair. So
let me mill all of my lands. Splendor Reclamation. Sweet. I figured out how to ramp.
So, basically, that's probably where I'm going to be going for. Instead of trying to focus on a Naya list, I think I'm going to switch my focus to kind of a teamer list. As soon as I get that list built, I'll probably be sharing it with you guys. Obviously, I have to kind of sit down and go, why am I playing blue? But Torrential Gear Hulk just seems good.
Yes, if you're going at teamer list, why am I playing blue in this deck? Yes, I know why you play blue generally.
I mean, it just seems good to play a Tireless Tracker.
Before it's why are you playing green Tireless Tracker?
Yeah.
Fine.
Duh. Tireless Tracker. Kind of.
I mean, I could play around with my Abzan list, which you thought all was weird, and then I play tested it and it ran really well.
Did you?
Yes.
Nice.
It felt really... Granted, I will say Yugo was probably going to smash my face if I did not top deck a second deck in stone to where I deck and stoned his spell Quellers.
Quote-unquote.
Quellers, which then got me my Tireless Tracker and my first deck in stone.
Nice.
And I removed something else from his board.
Nice.
And I completely blew up his board. It was fantastic.
That's always... I always love it whenever someone Emrakuls me. They draw my card, like... use my resources and I top deck and stone, and they're like, really? Really? I'm like, yeah. I mean, that's just my life.
You didn't draw it, I did.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun.
But on top of that, just being able to get in there with... It was more of like an aggro-ish kind of, or mid-range build, where it was like, okay, I'm getting in there with Tireless Tracker, Bygone Bishop, and Aerial Responder, and kind of trading with a Bant list. And then going Marionette Master and using Syndicate Trafficker to finish them off.
I mean, that seems fair.
I mean, yeah. Here, let me swing for 4 in the air and sack 3 clues for 3 mana.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
So, I wish I could have gotten to playtest that matchup more to see if it was consistent, but I like that it did what I thought it would do game 1.
That's fair.
So,
I think Standard's going to be a lot of fun like we talked about. But
yeah. I think it's going to be a Brewer's Paradise where they could try stuff and not have to
and
worry
not be
about
punished for it.
Yeah, and not be completely obliterated and hate their existence.
Yeah.
And then retreat away from the format entirely.
I agree with that. I think it's going to allow, and also will allow new players to kind of come in and experiment without getting completely blown out of the water as well.
Yeah, so I have no idea where I'm going from here. I'm looking at Grixis Emerge, Grixis Control, Grixis Stuff.
You really just kind of want to play Grixis, is what it sounds like. You want to focus on something.
I mean, like, as I play more Magic, it's like, you know what? Blue's not a bad color. it's not complete Satan. I mean, I'm still Rakdos and Heart. That's going to be the damage powerhouse that wins me games. I just
erupted him.
Blue just helps me, seal the deal, draw extra cards.
Does it? Does it? Is that what Blue does? Does Blue just like make it so your opponent hates you?
Well, it's just like, you know what? Let me protect all this hard work I put into killing you by countering the one thing that would save your ass.
This is how you know you've hung out with me too long, is because you're actually considering Blue whenever you know, like, you hate the color.
Yeah, but see, this is why I love my Modern deck, because I don't have to play Blue.
Yeah.
And I have a card in there that says, I don't worry about Blue at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's called Beseiju.
So, on that note, let's go ahead and spiral into Modern. We talked a lot about Standard. I kind of want to focus on Modern. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in Modern right now.
Yes, so I play evil decks.
So I'm going to let Mike talk about this deck. This deck is fantastic. He played it last night, showed me the list. Oh my gosh, is it fun.
Every time I play test it, everybody's like, what are you doing? And it's either I hate you or this deck list is awesome.
You haven't missed, like, much.
Everything.
You've only missed, like, 45 minutes of the podcast. But we got 15 minutes left, so you're good.
You get to listen to me talk about
The best deck.
So it's what there's like 4 names you could different call it. It's Grave Shift, Splendid Dredge, I Hate You,
Dredge Shift. Yeah, like so many different names.
So it's like basically if you have Dredge and Scape Shift and they made a baby and it's the spawn of Satan. So what I like about it is it's not nearly as expensive as Scape Shift, but it has all the fun of Valakut packed into it. So if you haven't seen the list, Travis Wu came up with this like
a few weeks ago.
Something like that. Mainly just because Splendid Reclamation is a good card.
Yeah.
Nobody has broken it yet until now.
It's broken now.
Well, I mean,
very broken.
I kind of did it in Standard a little bit, but
it's very broken.
Yeah, it's not this evil, as it is in Modern. So you do your normal Dredge thing, but instead of trying to cheat creatures into the battlefield, you say, "Let me dump all of my lands in my graveyard, most of which are mountains," and then you go Splendid Reclamation. All of my mountains hit the battlefield at the same time.
And then you have what happened last night, where you have 3 Valakuts in your graveyard, 11 mountains in your graveyard, you Splendid Reclamation and have 44 triggers of Valakut hit because you had 1 Valakut already in play. So, 44 triggers of Valakut.
I think you die.
I walked by and I was like, what? And his opponent was just like, yep, you got it, and like scooped up his cards. It was so satisfying to watch. But
because I was like going through my graveyard, I'm like mountain, 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 3 Valakut, and here's the other lanes I get, but I don't care.
Yeah, but how's its Ponza matchup? I think its Ponza matchup is pretty even, to be honest with you.
It just really depends. If you could keep me off of 4. That is the key factor.
Yeah.
If you can keep up the land destruction to where I am off of 4,
you're good.
Yeah. Or you short me out my green. That's the focus there. The best part is generally most of the time my opponent has no idea what I'm doing game 1. They don't know what color to shut off.
Right. And then
so they're like, let me shut off your red. Okay, I have more red.
So how does the sideboard really look for this deck? I mean, what do you bring in? Because obviously, land destruction, you're going to be sort of fragile to land destruction in a way.
But I have life from the loan, so I can get stuff back. So I'm not really worried there.
Sure.
It's more of, do Grave hate me?
Right.
I have the mentality of a Dredge player here.
Sure.
So...
But Gravedigger's Cage doesn't really hit you.
No, but I have to worry about, relics.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So those are Satan. I do have to worry about Blood Moon. That is a thing I have to worry about.
Do you though? Is actually Blood Moon that devastating to you? I know you.
It shuts off my win con. It makes Valakut.
Valakut is a mountain. Yeah, sure.
Yes, that card shuts off my deck.
Yeah.
Crumble to Dust. Crumble to Dust is definitely a thing. Granted, I never really ever see that card played.
I mean,
I see people bring it in, but nobody ever plays it.
That's fair.
And also, there's ways of playing around it. As long as I keep my Valakut in the graveyard, against that deck.
Or in your hand.
Or in my hand. Either way. But as long as I keep, like, if I'm worried that's the card they bring in, then I can easily keep the Valkyrie out of their targetable range.
That's fair.
What's scarier more for me is like surgical extraction, any grave hate like relic, like the one game I lost in round 3 was he relicked me like 3 times.
Sure.
So it was like I don't have anything left.
And then you just lose the Leyline of the Void.
I mean, that's why I have 6 cards dedicated to killing either enchantments or artifacts that I hate. So 2 Rays, 2 Ancient Grudges, and 2 Nature's Claims.
Oh, wow. So you actually don't really focus too much on the enchantment hit at all. You really just focus on the artifact hit.
Well, Nature's Claim hits either. Ray of Revelation hits enchantments.
Okay.
So,
so you got a nice mix.
Yeah. I mean, Ray is the enchantment version of Ancient Grudge.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Like, I can't ever hardcast that out of my hand, I don't think.
No.
So I just dredge it out, or dredge it in flashback.
So have you thought about playing something like Gemstone Mine, so like you could possibly do that? Because I know the dredge players play Gemstone Mine. So that they can actually experiment with that a little bit.
Yeah, the problem with that is it's down a mountain. I already run 4 fetches.
Sure.
A couple forests, just to maybe be able to still play stuff with the Blood Moon out. And 2 Besage You, so I could just say, you can't counter my thing that's going to kill you.
I mean, that's fair. So the other question is do you play like Scape Shift as like a second win con?
I mean, that's something I've thought about.
Sure.
Maybe as to
or even a Bloom or a Titan.
I think Inferno Titan maybe would be a way to go.
Yeah.
That was one thing is if I can get Inferno Titan on the board and just here, let me fire breathe you to death.
Sure. I mean, that's fair.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
I mean, I think like
Chamber Battle Rage go.
Yeah, my only worry is like the deck is a little fragile to this kind of stuff. So
it
like,
is a very much a glass cannon.
So maybe having like a prime time or Inferno time, to just kind of give it a little bit of a backbone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would make it a little bit more just substantial and like here, deal with this. You have to.
Yeah. Definitely. So that is something I'm looking into.
Sure.
Because I mean I do have some flex spots definitely in my sideboard.
Yeah.
And
that way you can bring it in against stuff like that.
It's definitely going to change how the deck plays.
I agree.
You know, as more people get used to the deck and stuff like that.
Or you just put a full dredge package of creatures in your sideboard.
Let me just change tactics and still die to Grave Hate.
Yeah, that's great.
I will say, though, the one thing Kaladesh did bring to this deck was Cathartic Reunion, because it was like, hey, upgraded Tormented Voice.
Yeah, I think that also very...
Let me pitch 2 Grave Trolls and then dredge probably 18.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I think that is a very, very beneficial addition to the deck. It's just so strong.
He's pretty right about that. I think red-white control is like the only thing that could probably really handle that because they still have main board like Path. But they may sideboard that out against me if they never expect me to play a dude.
Yeah, that's fair. Exactly. So I think having prime times or Inferno time in the sideboard definitely helps kind of the fragileness of the deck. It just goes, all right, you know I'm not playing creatures because you don't play any creatures other than do you run Tri-Builders?
No.
So you don't even run Tri-Builders.
I just have my dredge dudes.
Yeah, so like you're not actually actively playing creatures, so therefore all of their removal is just going to come out against you generally.
Okay.
So bringing in prime time and or Inferno time, whether you run like a 2/2 package or like a 1/1 package or whatever.
Something.
You know, that's a very good point. Is if you're running Blood Moon, you generally do struggle with like a 6/6 beater. And I mean,
there we go.
That could be kind of a hey, here's something to deal with that.
Yep. But I do have another backup deck just in case people get tired of me doing shenanigans like that. I do have Teamer Kiki Evolution. So far, playtesting it proves really promising.
Yeah.
And now I could also turn to Blood Moon.
Yeah.
In game 2, if I really want to. With Magus of the Moon.
Yeah.
Seems good. But no, what I am more proud of is the sheer fact that I could sideboard in a second combo. It's great. Because I found in Teamer Colors the Melira combo. Even better, is I can produce infinite red mana, so I can bring in Banefires and burn you out with Banefire.
All right, so explain.
All right, so I already run Kitchen Finks because Kitchen Finks is like a value dude in Evolution. Like I cannot sell this anymore. It's here. Let me sack this dude, get back to life. I still have a body on the board, and go tutor up Kiki.
Sure.
Or any 5-drop or lower that I want.
That's fair. I can respect it.
Yeah, so I've already got that guy. And I was like, you know what? Let me bring in Melira, because she kind of deals with Infect. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
And then it got me thinking, you know what? I am one step away. I just need to find a sack outlet in my colors so that I can, like, repeatedly sack Kitchen Finks.
Sure.
I found one. It's called Thermopod. And you're like, what is that card? I have no idea what that card is. It's from Ice Age? I think. It is a snow worm.
When we're pulling cards out of Ice Age, we know we're really looking hard for a card.
It's a snow worm. That's like a 5/3, I think.
What's its mana cost?
5.
Oh, okay.
Because guess what? That means I can go find it with Eldritch Evolution off of Kitchen Finks.
Oh my gosh.
It's great. Even more value. So for a snow mana, I could give it haste, but I'm not really worried about that. But I can sack a dude and get a red mana.
Nice. So
Like,
you create infinite red mana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hence why I was like, Banefire you, kill you?
Cold Snap.
Oh, Cold Snap. It was one of those. I don't care.
One of the ice blocks.
Yes. So that's fantastic. I'm also looking, I need to pick up some red caps.
Some murderous red caps?
Yes.
I think the store is out of them.
Maybe we can find some somewhere in that giant box of cards.
Probably. There's a good chance.
If not, they're dirt cheap. I'm not worried about it. But that way I have another option to kill you with if I don't have the Banefire. But, you know, gaining infinite life off Kitchen Finks, which I have done post-board, which felt really good. So I was just like, can you kill me before I run out of cards? Because I could probably kill you.
You actually could run all snow-covered lands that way and just run Scred package. That way you actually have a snow land if you actually wanted to use it for that. But, like, that's not a bad point. If you just, like, you're already in the Teamer colors. You might as well just run all snow-covered lands and throw some Scred in the deck.
But it gets really weird when they look at my deck and they go, what are you doing with all those snow lands?
Right, exactly! So then it turns into you have 3 combos in your deck. You're 3 different decks.
I have 3 different decks. How much more value can we jam into this?
This is why we have you around. No, so I think that's actually not a bad point. I actually talked someone into buying a bunch of snow lands and Scred today to put into their commander deck.
Well, here we go. Let's start stockpiling snow forests, snow islands, and snow mountains.
I have a bunch of snow forests.
Because, I mean, I run basics anyway because I've got ooh, that turns Magus of the Moon off, though. Or, turns that into a bad card.
Not for us.
They're not basic lands, are they?
No. That's why, they're a basic snow land.
As long as it says basic, then
it says basic snow land.
There you go.
Yeah.
We are now Satan. Pretty close to it anyway, with the evil we are doing. Here, yeah. I have snowlands.
I love this.
Why? Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Scred.
This is something I can fully get behind, actually. Yeah, they are basic. So, this is icing on the cake.
Time to start shipping out those dollar bills.
Yeah, I mean, but it's gonna be worth it. If we bring this to a tournament and actually top 8, or let alone win a tournament with this jank bull crap.
So what deck are you running? Well, this is Scred Kiki Melira combo.
What?
Scred Melira Kiki. Like, what do I need to put that as an acronym, like, I don't know.
SKMK?
Yeah.
Yeah. SMK? I don't know.
Scheme.
Scheme?
SKEM.
There we go.
Scred Kiki Evolution Melira.
There we go.
Done.
Scheme combo. No, but see, this is why we like to brew. Just stupid stuff like this. and it's a lot of fun. So before we go, we're getting really close to our time of stopping for this evening, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. And again, wants to apologize for us being gone so long. But if you're in our local area, or even if you're not in our local area, don't forget that this weekend is game day for Kaladesh.
Yay!
All right, so please go to your local LGS and have fun. Now, we talked earlier that standard is super diverse, and there's a lot of different options you can do. Honestly, I think that black-red variant is going to do really well.
Black-red X?
Sure,
why not?
And obviously, a lot of people are going to be focusing on the deck that won Pro Tour. So either the Jeskai deck that got second, or the actual Grixis deck itself. I've seen a lot of people picking up pieces for it, and I mean a lot of people have been picking up pieces for it. So
he's got insider info now.
Yeah.
He sells cards. He's like TCG player.
Exactly. I can give you guys information. So hey, what's up? Thanks
You're really late to the game, but thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, you're a little late. But definitely, if you think that your local gaming store is going to have a lot of the Jeskai and Grixis decks in it, and they probably will.
Pummeler decks.
Yeah.
Expect those. And the deck is cheap, and everybody thinks they can play it.
I would prepare sideboard, especially for the Grixis deck and the Jeskai deck. I think those are going to be your main focuses this weekend. Then a Mardu variant, which is Grixis. So just be ready for those kind of decks, and don't get blindsided by our Marvel list or anything like that. But
and surprisingly, Green-Black Delirium did not make top 8?
Yeah, Green-Black Delirium is kind of...
I think it's still very much a... No, I still think it's very much a threat. It's very consistent.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Reservoir combo?
I don't know. Andy's list that I saw playing at Lucky's. Andy, what place did you get at that?
Is Andy here?
That's 5 on math.
Oh.
Come on, Andy, answer the question.
Andy, answer the question. This is important.
But like, I saw him eat his way through a Chandra emblem.
Nice.
Like he outburned that. Like it was what? You dropped? You suck.
Aw, set face.
But he was doing Panharmicon and Reservoir shenanigans.
Interesting.
So he was not all in on the Reservoir combo, but it seemed like a viable way to keep your life total up while trying to burn out your opponent with Panharmicon and Fire Weavers.
I think that's fair. Ran into 2 control decks.
I wish I had that problem.
You just answered your own question, sir. Like, I wouldn't play Reservoir combo with 2 control decks being the top 2 decks at Pro Tour.
I don't know. I kind of want to play my budget version.
Yeah. I mean...
Rough.
That's pretty brutal. And then Gear Hulks to just bounce all that back. So, but that is what I'd be expecting for your game day this weekend, guys. Be prepared for it. Now that I've said this on stream, like, everyone's going to be, like, preparing for it, and no one's going to face it.
And then it's going to be a rogue, like, 5-color Panharmicon.
Yeah.
That's what's going to win all of your game days.
That's what
5-color Panharmicon.
That's what I'm playing. That's what I'm hoping for, is everyone takes my advice so I can just come in with 5-color.
I'm just going to outvalue everybody.
Yeah.
This is what Bant wanted to be. Let me play Reflector Mage and bounce your whole board.
It is back whenever Battle for Zendikar first came out. I tried to make 5-colored Coco. That was fun.
That was super greedy. Let me play all of the value 3 drops.
Savage Knuckleblades, Deathmist Raptors.
No. Could you do Mantis Rider?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of like, no, Siege Rhino is one more. You can't do the Rhino.
No.
But
you can do the Mantis Rider. Yeah. So much value in that deck. It was a lot of fun. But
really weird.
It was super expensive. Imagine that. You had to have like 12 fetch lands in the deck. But anyways, that's what I would kind of focus on, guys. So in closing, do you have anything left to say? Jank. So guys, don't forget, please brew some janky decks and send us the lists. We are always.
I'm all about that.
We're always craving what you got, what's going on in your heads to a certain extent. We know some of y'all have some messed up things going on up there. We don't want any of that. But if you've got deck ideas, please send them to us. We love to brew and sit down and talk about them. I'm
sorry, I'm face-palming over that comment.
Yeah. No.
Call it Card Driver.
No, that's terrible. This is why you don't make deck names, Andy.
Rip.
But if we like the deck, we'll definitely post it if you want us to, and share it on the blog so everyone in the world can see.
Yeah.
And again, we just like to thank everyone for their patience through all of this and apologize once again for us being gone for so long.
Yep. But we'll be back on schedule for the foreseeable future, I would imagine.
Very
We're
much
not
so.
flooded with events.
Yeah.
He now has like a full-time job managing the store now, but...
But we have made it so I have free time to do the stream.
Yes.
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 All right, guys. Well, on that, we're going to go ahead and close. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in this week, and we will see everyone very, very soon.
Yay.
Bye.